Welcome, modern day mystics, fellow truth seekers, James and Justin, back again with another reaction video. And in this one, we're going to take a look at a One Islam Productions video. And this is titled 10 Interesting Facts About the Kaaba. I don't know much about it, only from like the limited amount of I know they do the pilgrimage where they walk around that, and I've seen it in pictures and stuff like that, but I hopefully this video is going to tell us a little bit about it.
Let's learn.
The Kaaba is perhaps the most recognizable symbol of Islam. Located in the city of Mecca, it is the holiest site in Islam and serves as a direction of prayer for Muslims worldwide. Here are 10 astonishing facts about the Kaaba in Islam. 1. The Kaaba is believed to have been built by the Prophet Ibrahim and his son Ismail as a place of worship for Allah. The Kaaba has been rebuilt several times throughout history due to natural disasters and human intervention. 2. The Kaaba is a cube-shaped structure measuring approximately 50 feet high and 35 feet wide. It is made of granite and is covered in a black silk and gold curtain known as the Kiswah. 3. The Kaaba is surrounded by the Masjid al-Haram, which is one of the largest mosques in the world. It can accommodate up to 2 million worshippers during the annual Hajj pilgrimage. 4. The Kaaba is the direction of prayer, qibla, for Muslims worldwide. When Muslims perform their daily prayers, they face towards the Kaaba, no matter where they are in the world. 5. The Kaaba is located in Mecca, which is considered the holiest city in Islam. Muslims are required to perform the Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in their lifetime, if they are physically and financially able to do so. 6. The Kaaba is surrounded by a plaza known as the Mataf. During the Hajj pilgrimage, pilgrims walk around the Kaaba 7 times in a counterclockwise direction as part of a ritual known as the Tawaf. 7. The Black Stone, which is believed to have been given to Ibrahim by the angel Jibril. It is located in the eastern corner of the Kaaba. Muslims believe that the black stone is a symbol of Allah's mercy and blessings. At first, during the time of the Prophet, the qibla, or direction of worship of Muslims, were not the Kaaba, but rather Masjid al-Aqsa, the further mosque. However, Allah changed the direction of worship while the Prophet was praying in a mosque in Medina that later became known as the Mosque of Two Qiblas. 8. The Kaaba is open twice a year for cleaning and maintenance. The process is carried out by a specialized team of workers who are responsible for washing the floors and walls of the Kaaba, as well as changing the Kiswah. 9. The Kaaba is a symbol of unity for the Muslim Ummah. It represents the oneness of Allah and the unity of Muslims worldwide, who all face the Kaaba during their daily prayers. 10. The Kaaba has survived several attacks and attempts at destruction throughout history. Despite these challenges, it remains a symbol of faith and devotion for Muslims worldwide, and a powerful reminder of the importance of turning towards Allah in worship and devotion. The Kaaba is a symbol of the faith and devotion of Muslims worldwide. It is a powerful reminder of the oneness of Allah and the unity of the Muslim Ummah. The Kaaba has survived throughout history and remains a symbol of hope and faith for Muslims worldwide.
Man, now is your opportunity to make some comments. Like, how often when you're praying does that come up in your mind's eye? I feel like if I was
Islam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a
Islamic.
potential to kind of turn it into an idol or something that you're actually...
No, but I just imagine that, like, if I was deep in prayer, that was the direction I was praying, and I might get images of that in my mind or something like that. How many of you go there? Is that's the pilgrimage?
You're supposed to go if you can afford it, and you can physically make the journey. I think you're supposed to do it at least once in your life. Correct me if I'm wrong in comments, but I think you're supposed to do that as a good practicing Muslim. But the thing that really stuck out to me was that cool stone at the corner. Now, I had watched a video prior to this, and apparently there was like something that came down from the heavens, and it was initially a white stone, but over time it had turned black. But like, what's the special nature of that thing? Has anyone ever taken that stone out to like put it under a magnifying glass and like...
Looks like it's exposed, like you could touch it if you were there or something.
Yeah, well, it looked like it had a glass bubble around it that was kind of sitting there.
How many people have touched that thing?
The glass bubble, just to see if they could get
it's like get near that, the energy.
And it showed people putting their hands on the Kaaba too, right? Like there's this imagery, and I think that's cool. That's one way of kind of like trying to connect with God. I kind of see it because I've kind of studied so much of this. It's like remember in Christianity how they'd say like the church is not the building that you go to. The church is the people that are like that. And I'm like, it's like the Kaaba isn't Allah. It's not that's not Islam. Kaaba is like, inside your heart. It's like, a symbol. It's like something that's within you. Like the temple, your body, who you are is actually the temple of God, rather than the object. The object serves as a reminder, a symbol of God. That's just kind of what I'm thinking. That's just what I was thinking.
Well, maybe you could let us know if that is true or not. It's funny because people would say that about like we are the body of Christ. Christians would say this. We're just calm down. Everybody hold still for a sec. They would say that, yeah. But then there were still people that would be like, "That's God's house." You know what I mean? There were still people that like thought church is where God resides. Yeah. I want to go into the cube. Part of me wants to go in there, and I'm a little bit reckless. You know me. If there was a way for me to sneak in to places like that, like I'm kind of a turn every stone over type person. Yeah. Sometimes I regret it. I've like gone into places where I'm like, oh, I got to make some penance for that. I shouldn't have stood in the middle of that thing. You know what I mean? Holy room. I've like had to go back and make up for things.
Well, yeah. Like, is there? I'm curious about like what's going on inside, because they said that they go in there like twice a year to clean it. Like, what are the stipulations for being the person that's allowed to go into that thing?
Does something happen when you go in there?
And then I bet you so much that there's probably some conspiracy theories around like, what actually really goes on. Like whether or not like Allah, like, because I know in certain, what is it, the Jewish faith with the priests, they used to like tie ropes around them when they went into the Holy of Holies. Yeah. And like God would like, do people experience like the power of Allah like when they go in that room? Because I did notice there was like a little square altar in there or something like that. Someone stand on that or lay on that, and Allah feeds them with their power.
Well, there's all these rules, right? But I'm kind of like, I think there's lots of people that they love the rules. It's like, this is just gibberish nonsense talk. The bottom line is, whatever the thing says you can do is what you should do. So the people that go in there, they do a procedure, and then that's how they come in and out. That's it. No more talking about it. But I am not that way. Yeah. I am kind of somebody that likes to be like, look, I went in and nothing happened. Or, sometimes you go in and you're like, nobody would have thought that. Sometimes people are like, I think it's in your head, man. Nothing weird happened. And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't felt right since I did that thing. And then I got to like do my own little ritual to cure it. But I like to see what the truth is beyond what everybody thinks. Yeah. If I had the opportunity, I would love to see what the Holy of Holies look like. And if I was around in Holy of Holy times, I'd be like, I'm going in without a rope. You know what I mean? As a firefighter, for Pete's sake, I'm kind of to go into the direction of things that you're not supposed to go in the direction of.
And it's the art that goes into all that stuff. Like even the building that's surrounding that Kaaba, like everything looked amazing. Like the immaculate cleanliness. I think I was watching Jan, the Slovak Muslim. He like did his pilgrimage, I think last year or something like that. Yeah. And he did some vlogs from like outside of it, not inside, but like outside. And it just looked gorgeous. Like it was like,
it does look cool.
The temperature, he did it at nighttime, and it just like looked ridiculous.
I appreciate everybody doing something together thing. Like those sped up videos, you're like, look at us go. Like it's so remarkable looking from a distance. It's just interesting to get really in there thing by thing. It'd be interesting to interview a bunch of people right as they came out. What was it like? Yeah. What did you think? How was it different for you? What is your actual thoughts on that?
Yeah.
And then, kind of deconstruct things. They look one way from a macro level, and then there's the perspective from the micro level, and then the secret nooks and crannies.
I like the ability to be able to at least do something once in my life, so I actually get jealous when I'm like, oh, if I'm not Muslim, I'll never do that. But it would be the same for anything, like an Orthodox, like pageantry. I remember once when our daughters got graduated, and we were in the Catholic thing, and like only the people who were like, part of the Catholic faith were allowed to like partake in the rituals. And I was like, oh, I want to do that.
I know. Like, yeah.
So like
me and you are pretty brazen and sacrilegious though. Like every time we're near artifacts, we're always kiddingly like putting our hands on it and being like, I now consume the power of this artifact. When I was overseas and like interacting with like several 100-year-old objects, I'd be like putting my hands on it, trying to get pictures of things you're not supposed to get pictures of. Yeah. It's just the explorer mentality, and who knows, man? Yeah. I mean, we all grew up watching Indiana Jones. We kind of like got this fantastical opinion about things. Like, if there is a thing that you open and ghosts fly out of, I don't want to miss it.
Yeah, the Ark of the Covenant or something. Like.
And if it isn't the case, let me know what's not real so I can move on and onto something else that's different.
Well, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed our little talk about this.
Whatever that was.
Super fascinating. We're going to learn more clearly about the Kaaba as we continue to study more of Islam and all the stuff that has to offer. And hopefully you guys liked our reaction. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and everyone until next time, stay spiritual.